Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Successful with Schizophrenia. I'm your host, Hayali, and I'm excited for today's episode. So, what's on the agenda for today? Goals and achievements. Let's start with achievements. Success is the ability to reach goals. Now, there are so many goals out there. There are personal goals, health goals, career goals, and relationship goals. I'm sure you could think of a few others, right? But this is just a quick little glimpse into them. So the first one is personal goals. These are some goals that I have achieved over the past 10 or so years. Graduating high school, my first car. Oh my goodness. So I had a 2005 Chevy Malibu and I was so excited about it. And to give you some insight, it was at least like 10 years old, but it was my first car and I thought it was great. And I had to pay insurance on it, $325 to be exact, because I was on a policy by myself. So that was quite an achievement to be able to juggle that at 18. I also had my own apartment at 18. I didn't have any roommates. So, of course, I was working a lot. Having a pet, I have a dog now. I'm petting him right now. He's so sweet. He's a little snuggle butt. Graduating college, I just graduated last week. So, yay, I have a bachelor's in education now. And this podcast is what I'm working on now. This podcast and video, just to put my voice out there and hopefully help someone. Next, we have health goals. So I put health and fitness kind of together here. I've been on the cheer team forever, like since kindergarten through high school, and we competed for nationals, and that was a real achievement. So I put the cheerleading team. When I was in high school, I was also very into weightlifting. I almost did a weightlifting competition. I was very fit. I was like 120 pounds, but I was able to squat like 165, 170. So that was like a real achievement for me. So I put weightlifting on there. Training for the military, that was rough. I had to learn how to run. If you've never learned how to run, it is quite challenging because you have to move your legs and breathe at a certain time to keep up your pace. And 10 out of 10 do not recommend. It's tough work. I actually had to outgrow exercise induced asthma. So I had to work so hard to go past that. Not a lot of people know that about me. But I had exercise induced asthma as a child, and I had to grow out of that for the military. And it turns out if you train hard enough and you're determined as I am, you can train out of it. So, in case you have something that you don't know if you can overcome, you absolutely can. Losing weight, I mentioned it on a previous podcast and video. During COVID, I had a birthday month and I ate a lot of cake. And so naturally, I gained weight. And so losing the weight was an achievement for me. I lost 15 pounds in like about 3 months. So that's pretty quick to lose that kind of weight. And yoga and hiking, I got into yoga probably about last year. I have a yoga studio walking distance from me, and I love going there. And hiking, I try to hike every Sunday or every other Sunday. I'm actually hiking with my best friend in a couple days, so I'm excited about that. A consistent gym routine. So I normally wake up around like 4:30, and I'm in the gym by like 4:35 ish. And I work out for about an hour. And my current goal with my health is to get shredded. So if you see some guns in the future, don't get me in trouble. All right, so our next one is career goals. So my first job as a teenager, I was so excited to be working and making, I think it was like $4 an hour. And it was that low because we were able to get tips. I was a hostess and I also did like to goes. So all in all, it equated to about $7 an hour, if that. I was really excited about my $7. And I just laugh at it now because that was such a silly time where I was a teenager and I was excited if I got tipped a couple dollars because then I could get discounted food because I worked at a Mexican restaurant. And I was really excited about it. I was excited to be working. I was excited to have my own money. And at that time, I was paying for my own phone bill. So, kind of responsibilities came early for me. And then when I turned 18, I had my own apartment, I had my car, and I told you that that car insurance was really expensive. So, of course, I needed multiple jobs. And I was working 70, 80 plus hours a week. It was intense. I had multiple jobs. I was working overnight at Home Depot for freight and like the paint can section in the gardening area. Some other odd jobs that I had was like a solicitor. That was fun. That was a silly one too. But it was all commission based, so I guess I was okay at it. Um, and For a period of time, I sold cars. Not very long. I wasn't good at selling cars, but I was better at soliciting. And so I had multiple jobs, and then I got to the point where I wanted one job. And then I served active duty in the military. And that was rough. Not gonna lie. And no, I didn't go into the Air Force. Okay. I went into the Marine Corps because I said go big or go home. And so I went big. And then after the military, I wanted an administrative job. So I got a job as a receptionist, and then I moved up from there. So I was excited about that. And I have a new job now. I've been at this company for a little over a year, and I just got promoted to a senior coordinator. I'm excited. So now I'm more of like a support role for our sales managers. And my next job that I'm searching for is still with the same company, but as a sales manager. Don't know when that's coming. Hopefully soon. I'm really working towards it. And even though I just got promoted last month, my boss was already hinting at promoting me again. So I'm really excited about that. They see that I work really hard and very precise with what I do. Um, and they think very highly of me. So I think that's awesome. And now we have relationship goals. So the first thing that I wanted to accomplish when I was 18 was like independence. I didn't really want to rely on anyone, and that was my goals with my relationships. I didn't want to ask for anything. There was times where it got hard, but I persevered anyway. I made new friends because a lot of my friends at that time from high school, they were still living at home with their parents, and I didn't want to live at home with my parents, obviously. And I felt like we didn't have anything in common anymore. And so I moved to a different city. And then, of course, the military life. So that posed a unique relationship in between um, me, my friends, my coworkers, my superiors. It was a different dynamic than what I was used to. You know, civilian life to military life, as you can imagine, there's some pretty big differences in how you act and behave. And so now, well, new friends again. Obviously, when I came out of the military, I wanted new friends. I kind of outgrew the friends from high school, and I was too far away from the friends in the military. I do keep up with them on some memes. I'll send them some memes here and there, but not too often. Don't hear from them frequently. And now I am working on my relationships with my family. So sometimes it can be hard to um, keep up a good relationship with family. I know it has been for me. Sometimes I want to keep them close, and other times I want to keep them a little distant. It's just my goals at the time. So right now, I am working on building the relationship with my family again. All right, so success is the ability to reach goals. And as you can see, successful with schizophrenia, I feel like I am successful because I have reached a lot of goals. So, what are your goals? that is your homework for this week. All right, so remember we have health goals, we have personal goals, we have relationship goals, career goals. What goals have you achieved already? Think about it. What have you already achieved? And what do you want to achieve? What do you see yourself doing in the future, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, next month, next year? What do you see yourself accomplishing? All right. As always, please follow us on Instagram, and we also have a Spotify account and Apple Music too. So, Successful with Schizophrenia, please give us a follow, and I'll see you next week.